It's only a right. All right, let's get it. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else, where we do not teach you how to rise to the occasion, folks. We teach you how to fall to your level of preparation. Let me just tell you, I'll put it out here up front. I'll put it out on Front Street now. Look, As one Crookshank is not the handyman. He's not necessarily a handyman when it comes to fixing cars and drywall and maybe some of the things that need to get done, fixing of plumbing work and electrical work, anything like that. That ain't me. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. But when it comes to becoming someone, becoming a fully functioning, developing adult. All right. When I say fully functioning, I should be saying more so when you're committed to the development, the growth and development of everything in life, or whatever it is you want to do in life, then you're going to figure out ways to get out of your comfort zone, learn something new so you can do something. Okay, one of my favorite books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, said it best. The key to success is to know a little bit about a lot. So even if it's not your thing per se, go learn something. All right, so say all that because past couple of days I've had to do some handyman work that I really wasn't versed in, that I needed some assistance in, and thankfully it got done. It started this past Saturday. So for the longest time, my girl and I, she got a new bed frame or whatever. And, again, she's not obviously female. She's not really the handyman like that either. But I told her that from jump. Look, I'm not that guy. Fixing tires, and changing tires and oil changing and all that. I'm not that guy. I'll learn, if you ask me to do it, I'm going to do what I best. So I'm going to do what I can to do it. So, you don't be dependent on no other man to do that kind of shit. I'm going to figure it out. So, again, the bed frame is there and it's in pieces. It was in pieces for like couple of weeks at this point, and I was like, you know what, let me figure it out. And the thing is, here's the funny part, is I thought about it in my head and doing it by myself without her help and just showing her, I can do certain things. And unfortunately, I had mentioned it, what was in my head. I mentioned it to her, and she goes, great idea. And next thing you know, I'm stuck doing it I was stuck doing it by myself. So I got through most of the bed frame. So I'm reading the directions. I'm making sure I'm doing what I have to do. And then she comes in and she sees one piece that was missing because I had everything kind of in order. I thought I was following the directions for the most part fairly well. But then there was one little thing that I messed up on where the screws weren't as tight, or wasn't the bed frames weren't as tight in, and she noticed it and she goes, hey, that one piece, that's why it's not working. So that one little thing that she was able to see made it so the bed frame got built up, it fixed and stuff like that. And then towards the end, it's one of those bed frames that has LED lights and stuff like she's the one that picked it out. It has LED lights. And for some reason, I couldn't get the LED lights to work. And this is after the frame is already pretty much assembled. And then she saw how it was, and she just turned, she literally did something so simple where she just turned the plug or whatever it is. And then all of a sudden it started working. I'm like, that's it. So again, I'm bringing all this to your attention because it takes teamwork, right? It takes teamwork. And I would be saying this regardless of a quote unquote romantic relationship. It's really not about that as much. I'm using that as a frame, as an example, but it's more so about teamwork. This same story, the same situation, you can simply have the same type of interaction in your place of business, in your work, or with a business partner, somebody that you want to work with, where you're bringing whatever it is you're bringing to the table and you want to get better at whatever it is. And then that person, hey, helping you do this and helping you do that. And that's the way you got to move through life. You can't be so selfish in regards to what you are in your comfort zone at doing, and not be willing to jump out of your comfort zone to learn something new. Because just saying that, just doing that, just yesterday I was asked to help out with storage, take storage, go to the storage, bring stuff to the school. And the day before that, I'll probably be talking about that tomorrow, but I was at a museum, developing some artwork and more the intellectual side. All those kinds of things happen when you open yourself up to always learning something new every single day. And that's the mission. It's what did I learn new today that's going to make it so I'm just continuing to develop overall as a human being. I become more multicultural and multi-understanding of whatever it is going on. I can adapt to a lot of different situations. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work. If this is what you want your staff looking like, this is what you want your employees looking like, if this is what you want the mindset mindset of your typical staff member to be. Main website is makeyourmove.com. That's makeyaMove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.